After 4 months and 2 days, Will Smith has officially apologized to Chris Rock and his family. Let's talk about it, shall we? Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's your girl, Miss Analytical, and I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this sort of cloudy but pretty cool Friday afternoon. So, I will be analyzing Will Smith's apology video, but first, I'm going to read from the Daily News. And yes, I found out about this literally just 3 hours ago. The story broke. And I will give my analysis and my thoughts about this as well. So, according to the Daily News, it reads, "See it. Will Smith apologizes on video for slapping Chris Rock at Oscars." 4 months after slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, Will Smith has apologized on camera for the move that shocked viewers around the world. It's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. You asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. Reads the text opening the video he posted on Facebook Friday. A somber Smith, 53 years old, then sits down in the video to do just that. Beginning with, "Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech?" "I was fogged out by that point," said Smith, who shortly after slapping Rock for a joke made about wife Jada Pinkett Smith's short hair, accepted the Best Actor Oscar for King Richard. Pinkett Smith, 50, suffers from alopecia. "It was all fuzzy," Smith added. "I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you," he continued. "My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk." Smith went on to apologize to Rock's mother. "I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about the moment. I just didn't realize I was hurting. I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment? So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock," he said, noting that he and Rock's younger brother were previously very close. "This is probably irreparable." Smith said he spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and complexities of what happened in that moment. While he noted he wasn't going to spend the remainder of the nearly 6-minute video trying to unpack those realizations for everyone, he would make clear, "There's no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There was no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle and feeling or disrespect or insults." The incident in March led to the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences initiating a formal review and ultimately hitting Smith with a 10-year ban on attending any Academy event. In response to a question flashed on the screen, asking whether Pinkett Smith instructed him to do something after she was caught on camera rolling her eyes at Rock, joking about her starring in G.I. Jane 2, Smith said she did not. "I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris," said Smith. "Jada had nothing to do with it." He went on to apologize to his own family for the heat that I brought on all of us, as well as those who were nominated alongside him. And I'm going to say something about this, because I'm going to read more, and then I'm going to give my analysis. So there were certain things that he basically did say that the article did leave out. So one of the things that he did say that I thought was very interesting was that he said that when he was asked the question, what would you like to say to people who looked up to you before the slap or people who expressed that you let them down? He said there are two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. Excuse me. Had to sneeze. 2, I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do, I am deeply remorseful. And I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself. I am human and I made a mistake. And I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. Then he goes on to say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again. Now, this is something that I also want to mention. When he talked about his fellow nominees, and he says, you voted for me, and it breaks my heart because I tarnished your moment. There's one person in this that many people leave out that not only should Will Smith apologize to, but also Chris Rock, and that is Questlove, who did win his very first Oscar, and his moment was very much overshadowed because it happened at his win. And this is why I say Chris Rock is the person who initiated this, because he was presenting the award that Questlove ended up winning. And people were talking about more of that than Questlove. And Chris Rock saying that, like I will always say, was not part of the routine. It wasn't part of the script. He said that off the cuff, meaning he did it on his own. So there's 2 things I want Chris Rock to do. I want Chris Rock to basically apologize to Questlove. Okay? And he should apologize to the Academy, Chris Rock, because if it wasn't for him instigating that scenario, yes, Will Smith smacking him, he shouldn't have did that. I'm going to be real. But if it wasn't for him saying that out of his mouth, insulting Jada, none of this would have ever happened. And remember, he said, when they asked, did you do it because of Jada basically rolling her eyes? He was like, no, I made the choice on my own with my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. And I apologize to my baby, my kids, and my family. Now, here's the thing that I would say about him apologizing to Chris' family. When it comes to the mother, yes. When it comes to the other brothers, yes. But when it comes to Tony, you don't owe him an apology. And I'm going to tell you why. Tony did a set like a couple of days later and basically talked about what happened. Now, I understood the anger and so forth, but he called Jada Pinkett a bitch. And yo bitch, he didn't even say, and your wife, you slapped my brother because your bitch got mad. He didn't say your wife, but your bitch. Once you as a husband see another man disrespecting your wife, who, by the way, the reason why they had a great relationship, Will Smith and Jada hired Tony Rock to be on their show, UPN's All of Us, okay? And he was the only one that was on the show the entire series. He doesn't owe him an apology once he referred to his wife as a bitch. If he would have called her Jada his wife, or just said Jada, then yeah. But you called her out of her name. You basically kind of did the same thing that Chris Rock was doing, making mockery of her as a human being with her condition. But you was just basically calling her a bitch because of what happened. Will Smith doesn't have to apologize. But here's the thing. I'm happy he apologized. And I'm going to tell you why. Yes, the apology, he wasn't really comfortable. I want to say that. You could tell Will Smith has been broken behind this. He's hurt. And he refers to his fans as friends. I know people who have met Will Smith, and I could tell you something. Every single one of them said, Joy, that is a nice person. And we going back to the 90s. Like when people met him in like 93, 94, 92. All the way to the last person I know that met Will Smith it was like around 2015 and 16. They say he's a nice man. He will talk with you. He'll shake your hand. He'll basically wrap his arm around you. If you ask for a photo, he'll take a quick photo with you, shake your hand, thank you, my pleasure, everything. Chris Rock ain't nice. He'll be like, hi, but he will not make small talk. Okay? That man loves his fans. And he said, I hate the fact that I let people down. All right? Now, do I believe that Will Smith apologized on his own? To a point, yes. And I'm going to say, meaning that he did it when he felt that it was ready, that he felt it was the need to come forward. However, do I think the questions were something that his PR team came up with? Yes. Meaning that it was a collaborative effort for Will Smith to move on with his life and to put this behind him. But it was also for him to be able to, let's keep it real, work in Hollywood again. And here's why. Many people may not know this, but the film Emancipation, Will Smith signs, I think he already has completed filming it. He's basically made $33 million on that film, okay? Which is making him one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood again. And it's a movie that's going to be on Apple Plus, okay? Will Smith is back in the game, okay? He is not done. He's a global icon. But in order to still stay signed to those top agencies and be able to be considered for those top roles, he had to apologize. So, yes, I do believe that he did it on his own because of the timing. He had to do it when he was clear in his head and be able to be comfortable. But also, no matter what, he was still going to have to apologize if he basically wanted to be able to keep and submit his star power. Because now, no matter what, he's an Oscar winner. He could command that type of amount of money. He's a legend. He's a global icon. He's not only just an acting icon, he's also one of the top icons in hip-hop. He can be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame along with DJ Jazzy Jeff. You understand? Because he's been making music now over 25 years. So he has that. He's all around. And that image thing bothered him. But see, Chris Rock is a dirty bastard. Because Chris Rock did not have to do that. He did that to Will and said that to Jada because he wanted to dirty Will. He wanted to hurt Will because Will's career that night, it was going to be historic. Because he was going to be the first hip-hop artist to win an Oscar for an acting role. And Chris has never been considered for an Oscar. Okay? I don't think he ever won a Grammy. I know he's been nominated, but I don't think he ever won a Grammy. I know he's won Emmys. And I don't think he was even nominated for a Tony. But this man, Will Smith, is an EGOT nominee. He's an EGOT nominee. Okay? So it's like, let me get back at him for them getting at me for what I said about Jada at the 2016 Oscars that I hosted. Okay? So, like I said, yes, I'm happy that Will Smith apologized to him because it shows that at the end of the day, Will Smith is a bigger person. Chris Rock apologized, but Chris Rock apologized because he got smacked in front of everybody and in front of the entire world. So he basically got punked. But I want to see Chris Rock apologize to Questlove because he took away his moment because he instigated that. And he did it to basically really start some mess with Will. But he didn't think Will was going to lay hands on him. That's what that was about. He didn't think Will was going to lay hands on him. And he probably thought that Will was going to say some things, curse at him to dirty his image. Like, yeah, I'm going to make sure that y'all not going to look at him the same. I know he's going to win tonight, but I'm going to make sure y'all don't look at him the same. Look, he cursed. But he didn't think that Will was going to lay them hands. And Will laid them hands. Now, here's the thing. Will, you apologize. Now, you got to move on from this and clear your head. If Chris never says nothing to you, Chris doesn't owe a sit down with you because you did smack him. We got to be honest. But Chris should formally, in my opinion, sit down with Jada so that they could basically, without you being there, Will, and not on some red table talk, like a real actual sit down, and basically talk about why for all those 6 years you was ragging on somebody, a woman who at one time was not just your coworker, but also a friend, a family friend. You need to basically answer why, as a black man, you thought it was okay to make fun of a black woman in front of a majority white audience. So I think you need to step up to that plate and basically show your manhood and basically apologize as a man, as a black man, and apologize to a black woman. Will Smith apologized to a black man for what he did, for basically assaulting another black man in front of, a majority white audience. Let's be real. So now you should apologize to Questlove like Will Smith did, Chris. And you need to apologize to Jada formally. And with that being said, I think that it was an authentic apology. I don't think that it was, rehearsed. I have been a fan of Will Smith going back to 1988 when I was in preschool. So for me, I could tell you that was not acting, because he was kind of trembling and shaking also while he was saying it. But I think this is time for Will Smith to move on and live his life. He's, seeking healing with the Indian gurus and so forth. He left the country, which was a great thing to do. Now the question is he going to basically be able to have a very good marriage with Jada? I don't know. We'll see about that. But as far as apology, that was a great move, because if Chris Rock is still making fun of this man after Will Smith apologizes like he did Wednesday with that GOAT situation, then it shows that Chris really sincerely was doing this and doesn't care about Will Smith. He's making fun of him, and it shows that when he made that joke about Jada, G.I. Jane Part 2 at the Oscars, it shows that he was being malicious and it wasn't comedy. And with that being said, it's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm signing off. Make sure you comment, like, and share this commentary. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, where I have numerous commentaries, reviews, and also lives. And also, if you haven't, please hit the notification bell to receive notices on future uploads, lives, and reviews, commentaries that I do daily. Thank you for listening. I'll be back later. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.